Morning and welcome to the next session of Master Ops ABAP session. And in this session, we are going to learn about uh, one more example which we have discussed in our last class about the generic FM, right? That I will be showing you quickly, and then I will be going towards the ALV using the object oriented. So these are the two stuff we are going to cover it today. But before going ahead, let's have a quick recap what we have done in our last class. In last session, one simple example we have seen, and we have seen how we can convert a procedural program into the object-oriented ABAP program. So the example was related with one BAPI program which were taking the data from a file, converting into an internal table, putting on the loop on the internal table, and then splitting the record into the value, separate value, and putting those data into the parameters field and passing those fields value to the BAPI and getting the material created. So these things we have just split into the object oriented way, and we saw how we can convert one simple procedural program into the object oriented way of programming. Now let's go and see for the second example. So in the second example, what actually we have to do, that we have to fetch the detail of material, okay, and we have to fetch the detail of plant, and we have to fetch the detail of storage location, right? So basically this requirement is to create one generic FM. That means there will be one single FM, and this FM will be called from some application. Let's suppose some third-party application, .NET based application, or maybe Java based application or Wi-Fi based application, right? So you should have only the single FM. That's its name is the generic. Okay, you should have a single FM, and the single FM should have been implemented in such a way that it should give you all these three detail: material detail, plant detail, and storage location detail. So there can be a number of ways of implementing these stuff, but how we can do in a better way using the object oriented programming, let's try to understand, and let's go and do this. So now let me tell you the design part, how we are going to do the design. So here we are going to create, so requirement you understood, right? Requirement is very simple, the material detail, the plant detail, and the storage location detail. These three detail we have to send to the user based upon their criteria, okay, based upon their criteria. So if they are selecting that material information and plant information both, if they want, right, then we have to send both the information. If they are looking for material, plant, and storage location, then we have to send them all these three information, right? So this such kind of requirement you may also come across. This is one real-time example which I have come across. It was there in the production and planning scenario, and there are a lot of different for routing, for work center, for production order, right? They were required to have the different types of data, right? So there we created a multiple export parameter for different types of data, and based upon the request, we used to pass those data, right? How we implemented those, that's the main point. So similar kind of requirement I have put it over here. Okay. So for material information, we are going to create one ZCL underscore mat class, right? And then in this ZCL underscore mat class, we will be declaring one method called get material underscore detail. Then one another class we will be creating. That class name is ZCL underscore plant, and the method over here, this will be actually ZCL underscore plant will be inheriting. This will be inheriting from ZCL underscore material. Okay, and we have get plant detail method over here. Fine. Now one another class we are going to declare it over here. ZCL underscore storage underscore location, and in this you are having this particular method, get storage location method, right? So, and this is inheriting from this. Can you tell me what kind of inheritance this one, multi-level or multiple? So if you think it is the multi-level, you just type ML. Okay, and if you think it's a multiple, you just type MP. Okay, so it's the multi-level, right? Multi-level. So multi-level inheritance we are doing over here. So automatically this particular method will be inherited into this ZCL underscore plant, right? And inside this ZCL underscore storage location, this get plant and get material detail will be automatically there, right? This is how the stuff is going to be. Now you tell me, do you want me to create the local class or you want me to create the global class? Whatever the way you like me to do, I will do that. So if you are looking for local class, just write LC, or if you are looking for global class, just write GC. So I think already we have seen the global class in the last session. Better if you go for the local class will be good, right? Global class in last session, we have seen that example, right? Global class was easy to implement. Still, you would like to go for global class? Just let me know. I will show you. As for my, as for me, better to go for the local class. Okay. So fine. You are interested to show me the global class only. So let's go and let me go and show you the global class. Okay. So the benefit of global class that you can use it in multiple program. That's the benefit. Okay. /n SC24 and ZCL underscore material. Okay. So here ABAP demo 15 material. Click on this create button and material and detail. Save it and put into the package. Click on this OK button. Just give me a second. I think I have put into the wrong package. Let me go to the object directory entry. Package is fine, right? It looks good. ZO ABAP package. This is fine. So nothing to worry. It's there in the right package. Get material detail. Get material detail is the method. Instance method, public method, and get material detail, right? And this is going to give us the material. So what we want over there, simply I'm just going to write some material data to fetch it and show you. Okay, so how we can do this? Just come here, select Matner mtart matkl from Mara into table, and one global attribute I'm just going to define it. Okay, so go here and gt underscore Mara. So first let's define a type, tt underscore Mara, visibility public type, and just click on this button. So types begin of public section, it is fine. Types tt underscore Mara. And let's give that matnr, type matnr, then mtar type mtart, and matkl type matkl. End of tt underscore Mara. So basically this is a structure. So just let me give the structure first, and then once more tt underscore Mara type table of ts underscore Mara. PT printer looks good now, and automatically this tt underscore Mara and ts underscore Mara will be inside the type section. Now you will be able to see, right? Ts underscore Mara and tt underscore Mara. So now let's save it. Go to the attributes now. Create gt underscore Mara label public, label instance public, and associated type we can give tt underscore Mara. Just save it. Here you can give the description for material detail or something like that. You can just save it, check the syntax, and that's fine. See here inside these attributes you can define the constant also. So if you want to define some a default value, let's suppose gc underscore default, and if you see the SAP naming convention, I'm using the G over here. In SAP class, if you go and see, they start with the M. If the table, it's there empty. If constant, it will be MC. They will be starting from M. Everything M. M A for work area, maybe for, so starting with M. Okay. So for constant, they will be starting like this: MC underscore, and some constant. Let's suppose for this material I want to define some constant over here. So constant, if you click over here, you'll get the option for declaring the constant. Okay, so just you have to put the constant over here, and visibility public, and Matner, and the description, just it's a default value, and here the initial value I want to give, let's suppose 1 to 3. So we have to put inside the single quotes. Okay, the character, this is the character data type, so just I am putting inside the single quote. So this is how you can define the constant attribute, instance attribute, and then what, static, and all these things, all these 3 types of attributes. Now we have seen it, right? Go to the methods and get material detail, come over here and into table at the rate gt underscore Mara up to 10 rows. Just you want to get it and display it. Okay. Now just go back, and this particular things we are going to put inside where? Plant. Okay. So click on this create button, and for plant detail, click on this save and click on this save. And here, let me choose this, click on this OK button. And now you can see that to go to the properties, and inside the superclass, I will put this one. Okay. Go to the methods, just click on the save button, and now that get material detail will be automatically coming. Get plant detail now. Instance method public get material detail. Okay, just save it, and here in the get material detail, again you will have to go to the types, and for plant we have to define. Okay, so tt underscore Marcy, for the plant the table name is Marcy, right? And click on this button, click on the CS button, and types tt underscore Marcy, type table of ts underscore Marcy, and this Marcy we have to define it. So types ty underscore or ts, whatever you like, type t. So we are declaring the structure. Okay, begin of ty underscore Marcy, and here just taking some field from the plant Matner, type Matner, then works. Only two fields I'm getting from the plant. Works underscore d is the data element for works, right? End of ty underscore Marcy. So looks good now. And check the syntax, some error, ty, it's ty I'm using, so ty will have to use, check this, and now it's a fine. Just to go back, and again ty and Marcy, tt underscore Marcy, these two stuff has come over here. gt underscore Marcy, instance public, and tt underscore Marcy. Just save this one, go to this method, double click over here, and select Matner works from Marcy from into table. Which table? Tell me. Table will be now gt underscore Marcy for all entries in. So you would not like to have the data for all the plant, right? We would require to have the data for only those material which is present in gt underscore Mara, right? So for all entries in gt underscore Mara, where Matner equals to gt underscore Mara hyphen Matner, right? So we got this. Just save it, check the syntax, and looks good now, right? And similarly, for storage location also we are going to do it. Okay, so some error is there. Let's go and see if it is activated. It is also inactive. Let me activate this one, and then we will go and activate this. So now go and activate. This should be activated now. Yeah, got activated. Just to go back and create for a storage location SL. Click on this create button, storage location. Okay, and now we can mark this as a final, right? So because I don't want to further inherit, or if you want to inherit further, you have to remove this final. Okay, but here 3 level only we are having as of now, so that will be sufficient for this particular requirement at least. And here just go to the properties and click on the superclass and give this ZCL underscore plant, right? It will be plant now, correct? It will be plant. Come to this method. Now all those 4 methods will be inherited over here. So here material, 2 methods, material detail and plant detail will be automatically inherited. So get now is storage location detail and instance method, public method, and get storage location detail, right? Are you able to understand, guys? Okay, it's a simple, right? It's a simple. Again, I'm going to click on this attribute and I have to gt underscore storage sl. So for storage location, what is the table? MyD, right? MyD is the table, so just simply I'm putting gt underscore MyD over there, instance public, and come over here tt underscore MyD. But tt underscore MyD till now we have not declared, right? So it will start giving you error. So just giving a value which is already declared, right? And I will come over here and give the tt underscore MyD public and click on this. So one is tt underscore MyD, another is the ts underscore MyD. Both will be required, right? And click on this button. So types ts begin of ts underscore MyD, comma, then Mattner type Mattner chain operator, just to give it. And now plant walks type walks underscore d. Correct this and come over here, and the storage location, what is the field name? LGORT, right? Type LGORT and end of ts underscore MyD. Now type table of ts underscore MyD. Okay, PT printer, just save it and go back, right? Now come here and tt underscore MyD. We'll correct this, right? So looks good now, right? If you want, you can give the detail for MyD storage location detail, storage location detail. Go to the method, get storage location, double click over here, and now the storage location you would like to get based upon, right? So select Mattner mtart Mattner works and LGORT from MyD, okay, into table at the rate of gt underscore MyD for all entries in gt underscore Marcy, where Mattner equals to at the rate gt underscore Marcy hyphen works and what's another field? Works. Sorry, it should be Mattner. Okay. Mattner and works equals to what? At the rate gt underscore Marcy hyphen works. So it looks good now, right? correct, where this and this is fine. Okay, so check the syntax now, and the data type of this is not compared with the data type LGYT. Okay, let's go and see for LGYT what's the data type. For LGYT underscore D. Okay, that's the problem. Come over here and we'll correct the data type. TS underscore MARDI, and it should be LGYT underscore D. Simply LGYT is it seems it is some structure. If you see LGYT, it's a structure, right? So that's what it was creating the problem. I was referring to the field, not the structure, right? Save it, and that's the LGYT underscore D. Come here and now come to these methods, and here get storage location, and now it looks good. Activate this one and activate, select all these relevant stuff and activate this. Got activated. So this is how I have created this class. Benefit of doing this when you will go and start doing the coding in the RFC function module, because you want to create the generic FM, right? So we'll go and create one FM and we will use this class over there. So Z OO ABAP demo gen FM, generic FM, right? Day 15 generic FM. Click on this create button, and here's some function group we are going to select. Let's see if some function group we are having. For O ABAP, this time looking for a function group for O ABAP, if any. There is no. We can choose however any is fine. There is not hard and fast, but if you want to create one new, you can go to SCAT and from there you can create, right? So let me quickly choose anything, maybe this one, and then some text over there, generic FM. Click on the save button, click on this OK, and it will be then saved into the another transport request. So what I will do, I want to save in my transport request only. Let me quickly go and create one function group. So come here and select the function group Z ZOO ABAP. Simply ZOO ABAP will be fine. Click on this and O ABAP, and this is fine. Click on this save button, and OABAP. Actually, this is fine now, and you'll have to activate. Right click over here and activate it. So got activated. Now copy this ZOO ABAP. Come here, click on this create button, give this function group, and here gen FM, click on this save, and functional name is up for the SAP, that's fine. Click on this OK button, and a new task will be created for the user A4F. Why? Just I'm thinking why that is giving. Is it already resolved? Is it? Let me do one thing. I'll give one different name, and let's give this function group and short text something like generic FM. Click on this save button, click on this OK, and now it's fine, it is going to save into that particular function group. Okay, so inside the attribute also you can see that the function group, it's coming fine, not an issue. Just you have to select this remote enable function group, come over here in the import parameter, you want to tell which information you want to select. So im underscore mat, or im underscore plant, or im underscore storage location, which you want to, you know, select this one. So im and im, all these are going to be the importing parameter, and it will be of, you know, xfeld or char1, anything is fine. This is just will be enable X. If it is X, that means you want material information. If it is the PL, that means you want plant detail. If it is SL, you want storage location. So just, you know, above boolean, I want to define it. So above boolean also you could have taken over here. Okay, that is also one data element. Default value is going to be blank. And in RFC function model, can you tell me it will be passed by value or passed by reference? What do you think? It will be always passed by value, right? It will be always what? Passed by value. So just select this pass by value. All the parameters in RFC function module will be passed by value, right? We know this. So underscore mat, what it's telling, inputting parameter, press enter first, typing method, it's a type, just xfeld, oh, spelling mistake, xfeld. Here also you'll have to give the type, and here also you'll have to give the type. Now it looks good, just save it, and inside the exporting parameter, you should have the TET underscore what? Mara and ET underscore Marcy and ET underscore Mari for these three different types of, and sometimes what you will be having always some common data from all the fields. Okay, so that will be little complex, and you know that will take more time to write the code for that. But sometimes you may have the requirement to get the data from Mara, Marcy and Madi and put into a single structure, right? So you have to use in that case you know, the field symbol, some data references in order to get the data dynamically from the different table and put into a single structure, right? But let's keep it simple, and I'm just segregating the data and passing to the external world. This is also fine. Okay, so Mara, Marcy and Madi. Type is, just select the type everywhere, copy and paste it here. We have already created that particular, you know, table type and everything, and that is the public in the nature. What we can do that, we can go here and we can copy this and the attributes gt underscore the types, right? So copy this one and we can give this associated type, and what it is, tt underscore Mara. So tt underscore Mara, and then control V, tt underscore Marcy, and then control V, tt underscore Marty. So only parameters with pass value, that's fine. We will do that. So just select this, select this, select this. Pass value is only will be you know, no types from classes, or okay, fine, yeah, that is true. So see here, because this is a RFC function module, you can see that you will not be allowed you will not be allowed to use the types from classes. So that's one problem. What we have to do then in this case, we have to create the global types, okay, because it will give you then error. It will not allow you to activate. If it will be the normal function module, then this will be not giving you any problem. Like this, you can do it. But this is the RFC function module. The reference from classes is not allowed. So no problem. Let's go and create into SE11 over here quickly. Data type ZTT underscore Mara. I think it's already created. JTS underscore Mara. Fine, it's already created. One work is done. Come over here, Control V. For ET underscore Marcy. So ZTT underscore Marcy, let's see if someone has created. No, no one has created. We have to create. So just get the Marcy detail, that means the plant detail, and copy this, paste it over here. Instead of double T, TS, press enter, click on this OK, double click over here, click on this yes button, and save it. Click on this OK button and click on this structure. The structure will be required now, Marcy detail, and just two fields, Matner and types, and then the Matner, and then walks types, and then walks underscore D. That's it. Just save it, and save it. Activate this one. I don't want to see the warning. That's fine. It got activated. And one more, Marty, right? Click on this create button, table type, and storage location detail. And just copy this, paste it over here, and instead of TT, I will put TS. Double click over here, click on this yes button, and save it, save it. A structure we are creating. Without a structure, there is no meaning of table type, right? So we have to create the structure for the storage location. Matner and types, Matner, and here LGORT. Types LGORT. Are you able to understand? Right? If you are able to understand, type capital Y, just type capital Y and I will understand. Okay, you are able to understand. LGORT underscore D. Okay, you can see that I'm referring to the field. So just Matner, plant, and LGORT, all these three will be required. So now click on this plus button, and works also I would require, right? Works underscore D. Save it and check the syntax. That's fine. Enhancement category we can ignore at this moment. And now we have the three types ready. Okay, so in Marcy also we have used works underscore D. That's fine. Now then come over here and to the FM, and now ZTT underscore Marcy, and then ZTT underscore Marty. Click on this OK button, and just save it. Check the syntax. Can impair the performance, that's fine. Let's activate this one. Activate this. Got activated. Now let's come to the source code, and here we are going to write the logic. So IM mat, IM PL, and IM SL. From here also we can refer. So if IM underscore mat is not initial, that means you are trying to look for the material information, right? So for getting the material information, okay, we have to create the object of that particular ZCL underscore material class, and then we have to get it, right? So let's create this go underscore mat equals to new ZCL underscore. So just I'm getting that class name which we have created. This is for storage location. This is for material. So come here, Control V. And the object we got created and geo underscore mat. This the get material. We are going to get it and put into this export parameter et underscore mara, right? So et underscore mara. So simple, right? For getting the material. Now, if you have to get both the material and plant, right? If both material and plant, you have to get the information. Then what you can do in that case? So if see, if only im underscore material is there, okay, so here just put im underscore pl is initial and im underscore sl is initial. Okay, so that means this is only the requested, then we can do in this way. But let's suppose this and this is requested and not this one. Okay, copy this one, paste it, not initial, right? And in this case, what we can do then? In this case, what we can do? So if this is fine, this is okay, this is okay, pretty printer. And now if you are looking for material and plant, both the information, right? So here, can you tell me, do you have to create the object of both material and plant, or only the plant object is going to give you the data for both material and plant, right? What do you think? So if you think only one, type 1, or if you think 2, just type capital T. Okay, very good. So only one object for which I want to get material and plant, both the information, right? Here I want to fill et underscore mara and et underscore marcy both. Then in that case, what I will do? Which object I have to create? Which object I have to create? Anyone? Which object I have to create? Plant. Very good. We have to create the plant object. So you got the concept why I'm doing the inheriting and what is the beauty of inheritance, right? So g underscore plant equals to new new z cl, and we have to get that name, basically plant. Okay, copy here and paste it, control V, and I got the object created geo underscore. So one I want to fill it underscore mara equals to geo underscore pl, and it will be having what? Get material detail, get material detail. Why it's not coming? Get material detail, and see, that is a exporting parameter. It is not the returning parameter. So this way we will not be able to do it. Okay, it is not possible to do in this way. We have to call method, and we have to control X and control V, and in the get material detail, what it was over there, once you are going to run that one, there is no parameter basically, right? So global parameter, we can assign it directly. So et underscore mara equals to geo underscore mat, and the global parameter gt underscore mara we can, right? Global attribute, not the parameter, global attribute, right? So there is no parameter I have defined in that method. Global attribute, in the global attribute, I'm populating the data, and that I'm directly going to assign it over here. So similarly, just run this plant detail method. So, and this plant, once you will run this plant detail method, you are going to have et underscore mara equals to geo underscore pl, and gt underscore mara and et underscore marc equals to geo underscore pl, and then this one, right? So similarly, now what will be the last case? Last case will be, of course, you are looking for Mara, Marci, or Mardi, right? So either, so see, generally, means what I'm trying to tell you over here, if you are looking for material detail, then this is how. If you are looking for Marci detail and Mara detail, then this is how. And if you're looking for all these three detail, right? All these three detail, if you are looking, so let me make it more specific. Control V. Okay. So otherwise it will be 3C2, right? 3 combination 2, right? Or means it will be a 3C1 plus 3C2 plus 3C3. So something like a lot of combination will be there. So just I'm taking 3 combination, and here is not initial. Means all these 3 detail you want. Then in that case, what you are going to do? You are going to create what? The single object of a storage location, simply, right? A storage location, and this will give you the data, right? So storage location and storage location, and one et underscore mardi equals to geo underscore sl and gt underscore mardi. So if you can see here that with the help of inheritance, the coding has become easier for you, right? Easier for you. And if you want to write your custom logic and all also, then can't we create only object of a storage location class and access superclass method provides method are not defined? Yeah. So in this case, we can do that, we can do that. In this case, we can do that. There is no problem. But like, so that is fine. Your understanding is also correct. Directly we can create the object of a storage location, and we can get the material detail, plant detail, and storage location detail. That is also fine. Okay. But if something like, if you want to get specific to the storage location, then maybe we'll have to go in the in this sequence. Okay. This is what you can do. Some, like, if it is redefined over there, then in that case you will have to create the object, right? But in the scenario which I have just created, you can create a single object of this, and if the material detail require, you just go for the material detail. If you require for the plant detail, you can go for the plant detail. If it is required for a storage location detail, you can go for it. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so this part of code, if you want, you can remove in this scenario. Okay, so let me comment this. So our code will be also the lesser code, but here again we have to do like this. Okay, so based upon the different request, right? Based upon the different request, so instead of putting this over here, we can put this over here, and we can or maybe on the top, because if you are always willing to get the data from the storage location, you can get it. Okay, so we can do that. Let me first show this so that the people will not get confused, and click on this activate button and just run it. And what I want to do that here, I want to get the plant detail. So just I'm passing X and run this. So has no value. That is fine. That is fine. And you can see that the Mara, the 10 records is coming over there, right? And if you pass it over here, this capital X, then for material and plant, you will be getting the data. So for plant, you are not getting the data. Why? We have to identify why for plant you are not getting the data, right? So we'll put the breakpoint over here and just run this one, and X. So it's coming over here, get material. Okay, we are not executing that particular method, right? All the method we have to execute, then only the plant detail will be also coming over here. That's the reason, and I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell it. So we have to execute that particular method also for the getting the plant. Then only the plant detail will be populated in that particular, you know, global attribute, and we will be able to see it, right? So press F8, and here now if you put X and X, you will be able to see the value. So see here, creating the plant object, going to the material detail over here, and you can see that it's going to the material class implementation, right? Though it's the plant object, but going to the material class implementation, right? And here we are getting the data again, the get plant. It will come to the plant. Here it is implemented and getting those data and filling it. And this time you will see that your both Mara and Marcy is now populated, right? Similarly, all these three get plant detail. Here also we have to write it, and GOPL get storage location and detail, SL detail, right? The method name looks like not the correct one. Sorry, it's a storage location. Put it a storage location, not the GOPL. A storage location, a storage location, and a storage location. Okay. So like that you can do, and how the Venkat is telling that we can have the single object also, right? So depends on the scenario. In this particular scenario, just you can have the single object, and you can get the plant detail all, and this will be, you know, going to fill. No need of writing this much stuff. But of course, like if you want to access the specific object of the class, you will have to create that object of the class. So if you're going to redefine the method, in that case, this approach you can follow. Okay, so activate this one and press F8. Give the capital X and capital X and capital X now. Just run this, and you can see that now Mara, Marcy, and Mardi, the record is coming properly. So this is known as the generic FM. Okay, this is known as the generic FM, and this is how you can define the generic FM, and your code will be lesser, right? So if you just go and create this particular, you know, object over here directly and just comment, right? So here on top you can create a single object of a storage location, and then in this case, then you don't require to have this. just control D and use this geo underscore SL over here, right? So et underscore Mara here, geo underscore SL you can use, and then this is again not required, right? Already we have declared this geo underscore SL, the lowest the last child in the inheritance hierarchy, and just geo underscore SL, copy this geo underscore SL, geo underscore SL, geo underscore SL, geo underscore SL. So everywhere geo underscore SL, geo underscore SL, right? And here already we have the geo underscore SL. So you can see that the single object, with the help of single object also we can achieve the same thing, right? Because I have not redefined any method specifically, so nothing to worry, right? So come over here and now press F8. X, if you write, this should give the correct result again. Here also you can see that it will give you the perfect, and here also if you do, you can see that. So are you getting how it's working? Basically, though the object of a storage location we are creating, what it's doing, that it's executing the just nearest above implementation. Okay, so if any method is implemented in this particular class, the storage location class itself, it will execute. Otherwise, if it is not implemented, it will go and check into the super class, right? And there, if it is implemented, from there it will get the data and give you. This is what it is happening, right? Everywhere I'm using the storage location object, right? Storage location object. So get material data implementation is there in the material class. From there, it's fetching the data and it's giving you over here, right? So that's the beauty of inheritance, and hope you understood what I'm trying to explain, right? You got the point, right? Capital Y, if you are getting the points, you are able to understand the concept. Okay, fine. Thank you for the confirmation. And now this is the second example which just we have seen over here. Now we are going to move into the ALV. Okay, ALV, ABAP list viewer, ABAP list viewer. But before going here, just let me know if you have any query or concern the example which we have just seen. Any question if you have over here in this, or any concern or any input. See, one requirement can be done in the different way. This is how we had implemented. It was not so straightforward. This just I have given you the glimpse how we have done that generic FM. It took, that was around 6-month project, and 6 months we took to implement that particular FM, and there were so many things in that. But the essence was this is how it was there, and we used inheritance, some interfaces also, some abstract class stuff also. We have done some dynamic programming like data references and field symbol, some object references also we have done over there, so many other things. But this was the basic idea of doing all those things. Okay, could you please show how we can get a signature in a class? I didn't get your question, Ejidin. Signature in the class, in the sense, you know how to put the signature in the method, right? We know that. What specifically you are looking for? I'm just going to unmute you. You can speak.
Thank you very much. The question is really, sometimes they send us, they say, I'm a functional analyst, and they send us the the third party, they send us the signature of an API or a class or a method. Kind of, they didn't develop it yet, but they say this, it will have such parameter, you have to pass such parameter or such table or whatever it is. Apparently they built the class, but they didn't develop it yet, but they can send us what is required as input.
So they
And
might
I
be
think
sending you the interface, right?
maybe the interface, what they send us is almost that's what we are going to fill in once they develop the application.
Right. So that is a kind of a rough idea, or they will be giving you the functional, maybe the technical specification or the requirement, like how the data should go and how the data should come, right? So they will be giving you the requirement, and like what should be the importing parameter, what should be the exporting parameter, right? So if it is like the web services, we have to create the RFC function module, and then from the RFC function module we have to create the web services. Okay, we can go into the transaction SCAT and we can give the RFC function module, and from there the option comes to create the, you know, web services. Once you create the web service, you have to register into the SOA manager, and then again you will have to register any user service registry. So there are some certain steps, and it will create you the proxy class, and in the proxy class the logic or some custom code, if you want to write, you can go and write it over there, and that web services can be consumed means by any third party application. Okay, so this is how method we know how to pass the parameter, right? In RFC function module and function module, you must be already aware about the how we can create, and I have also shown you over here how to create the parameter in the function module, right? So apart from that, any other query from anyone else? If it is there, just raise your hand and I will unmute yours, or else I will go for the, you know, ALV. Okay, so first I will put the context of the ALV. I will show you some example of the traditional ALV, and then the same things how you can achieve using the object oriented ALV that we are going to see. So are we good to go over there? Just write capital Y if we are good to go for ABAP list viewer. All right, just looking for your confirmation. Okay, shall we go? Fine. So thank you for your confirmation, and now let's go for this. So ALV actually stands for ABAP list viewer, and there are three different approaches of developing the ALV. One is the traditional way using the function module, traditional way using the FM. In this, you are going to use the several traditional function module, for example, reuse ALV underscore grid. So one is the list display. Reuse ALV list display. Then another function module you are having to use ALV grid and display. Then you have the MVC ALV, MVC. You just check this name, ALV grid display. So different method we are having, right? Then you have the MVC field catalog merge, right? So different types of function module we use for the purpose of displaying the ALV, right? This is one thing, traditional approach. Another, we have the object oriented approach. So in object oriented approach, basically, there are two ways. Okay, there are two ways. So let me tell you those two ways. This is the traditional means a non-ops approach. Okay, non-ops approach. This is the ops approach. So in this you have two ways. One is CLGUI-ALV grid class we use. It's given by the SAP CLGUI-ALV grid, and another is CL. So CLGUI-ALV grid we can use in conjunction with CLGUI custom container. So you'll have to create one container, right? And in that container, you can pass the reference of that particular container to the grid object, and it will display the ALV in that particular container. I will show you all this example. Okay. And another is CL salvi underscore table. CL underscore salvi underscore table. So using the CL underscore salvi underscore table, displaying the ALV is very, very easy. You know, we don't have to create any container or something like that. You will be able to directly display the object. Okay, so development becomes very easy in CL underscore salvi underscore table, and CL underscore salvi underscore table is basically the combination of this and this. Okay, CL salvi table is the combination of this approach and this approach. This is also known as the object model. Okay, so let's first, I will show you some example how to display the ALV using the grid technique, let's suppose. Okay, so I think you already might be knowing, but let me just refresh your concept, and then tomorrow I will go and show you this and CL underscore salvi underscore table approach. Okay, so come here /n SC38 and we'll create one program ZOO ABAP and demo 15 ALV. Click on this create button and ALV using traditional approach or procedural approach, whatever the name you want to tell, you can tell. Executable, click on the CS button and click on the save button, click on this OK, and then come here and we can let's have one simple requirement. What's the simple requirement? Fetch the data from Mara table and just display it. Fetch the data from Mara table and display. Simple requirement. So select a star from Mara up to 10 rows, let's suppose, into table. So just using the inline declaration GT underscore Mara. That's it. Select a star from up to 10 rows into table @ data. Check the syntax, looks good. And the FM we are going to use reuse ALV list or grid. Anything is fine. Okay. So list will show you in the list format and grid will show you in the grid format. Both method are FM is similar, but there are some good benefit in this grid display. Dragging, dropping functionality, but it works on the concept of ActiveX control, so it takes a lot of memory actually, but you will be having good feeling. List display will be more faster, grid display will be little slower or very much slower if you compare with the list display, because list display is the plain, they drag and drop all those things that does not use the ActiveX functionality, ActiveX control. This use the ActiveX control, but look and feel will be good over here. Let me show you. Reuse ALV grid display. Directly we are going to, and the way we are going to use the list display, in the same way almost you have to use the grid display. Okay, not much differences. So exporting parameter, just enable this exporting parameter, and interface check and all is not required. PFA status. So callback user command is for the interactive program. This we are just I'm trying to show you how we can do it simply, right? Field catalog and all, just let it be. So different you can do the sorting, filtering, all these things by default, right? Save and all those. This is fine. Hyperlink, print event variant, not required. Let's remove this. And importing parameter, going to remove the tables, the one which you are passing from here, you can give it. Exceptions, it's good to enable the exceptions, right? And I call back program. Okay. So the current program SciRip ID, we can give it over here. And field catalog, we are not passing. Just under the layout. Layout also we are not passing. Actually, one more we have to pass. I just missed that one. One structure, kind of this structure name. Basically, we have to pass. So if you're not passing the field catalog, you must have to pass the structure name. Okay. You must have to pass the structure name. And because I want to display the Mara data, I'm just passing the reference of Mara structure. Okay. So, or otherwise you have to pass this field catalog. Either you pass field catalog or a structure, right? And this structure must be defined in the data dictionary. So Mara is already there in the data dictionary, right? So the Mara definition it will be taking and converting into the field catalog, this program, this particular standard function module, and that's it. So if you just check it over here and check the syntax and activate it, and if you press F8, you can see that the 10 records, it's beautifully uh, displaying you. And here drag and drop you can do, see. So this is possible in the ALV grid, drag and drop, this sorting and all. Sorting is there also in list also, but drag and drop is not possible over there, and this much good, that will not look basically. See here, it looks better, right? But simply you pass it over here, reuse ALV list. Okay, check the syntax. However, at design time it will not give you any error, but I think it should work. Okay, because the parameter will be almost same. Press F8 and you can see that it's working, right? So see here, look and feel, this is reuse ALV list display, right? But this is fast basically, this is fast and it will not use the ActiveX control technology, and that's the reason it will be fast. But if you have the data, the reuse ALV grid, let's see here, if you have the grid, okay, and here you are passing the 200 records, then you will see the problem. What will be the problem? See here, 200, and see here, this, if you observe, all the data will not refresh quickly. So see here, see, it is coming like that. All the data will be not refreshed. Some symbol was coming, right? That means not refreshed. But in the reuse ALV list display, if you come, everything will be refreshed, means everything will be come in the refreshed manner only. So if you just run this one, see, you don't have to wait or anything. Everything is refreshed already. Earlier, what it was, some a different symbol was coming, right? That means the value was not refreshed, means it was not fetched. But here you don't have to do like that, don't have to do like that. So this is the benefit of reuse ALV list. And if the grid look and feel will be good, you will enjoy working with reuse ALV grid display. So this is the basics of ALV programming. In ALV, there are so many things, so many things, so many things. All these things will not be possible for me to cover in this short session. Our more focus will be there on the object-oriented way of doing the ALV programming. Okay. One more thing I would like to share over here. Let's suppose, you know, you don't want to pass the structure, because this basic understanding will help you to relate with the ABAP ALV programming. Okay, that's why I'm just trying to make you understand. So if you are getting all the record, that's fine, you can pass the structure directly from here. But let's suppose instead of getting all the record, if you have to pass some limited number of records, Matner you want to pass MTART, if you want to pass material group, only these three records you want to pass, then in that case what you have to do, you have to prepare the field catalog for these three, or else you have to go to SC11 and there you have to clear the structure for these three. So already, if you remember, I have one structure for these three fields in SC11, right? So this is the structure, right? So this structure directly you can use it over here. So either you'll have to create a structure, it will convert into the field catalog. Field catalog is nothing but how the catalog of the field should be, how its look and feel, what will be the column, what will be the label, right? All these things. So check the syntax now and activate this and press F8, and you can see that it's displaying it over here, right? It's displaying. So this is the field catalog, means what should be the name of the column, right? So catalog, you know the catalog. So automatically the catalog will be prepared with the help of this structure. If you don't give this structure name over here, what it will do, that anyone? It will go into dump, right? It will give you the dump. So if you run this, it will go into dump, or it will not give you any output. So you can see that it's not giving any output, right? So if you go to the grid display, there also I'm just trying to execute, and here it's giving you the no field catalog available in the grid display, and in the list display there was no output. Okay, in the list display there was no output. So when list I'm putting, I'm pressing effect, nothing is happening. So what did you understand? You must have to see I'm pressing F8, but nothing is happening. In grid, it is going into dump, right? So if you want to get the data, you have to pass this structure name, or else you have to pass this field catalog. So how to pass this field catalog? You know, right? Field catalog, just come over here and see for the field catalog, the structure name and all. So this is just, you'll have to copy this. Okay, and just go back, and we have to prepare the field catalog. So come here and prepare field catalog. So field catalog I am preparing because I don't want to pass the structure. I want to prepare the field catalog. So in field catalog, you can have so many different kind of property, right? You can make it editable also. You can do many other property will be able to see. Let me show you. So define one internal table for field catalog and data IT underscore FC type, because this field catalog is an internal table. So internal table you have to prepare and you have to pass it over here. That's why I'm preparing the internal table. And to prepare an internal table, I require one work area, right? So like line of IT underscore FC. So just with reference to this particular internal table, I created this work area, and now we are going to prepare the field catalog. So control space, see here what are the different fields. Column position, I would like to, on which column position I want to keep it, I want to keep it the first column position. If you want to put second, you put second over here, depends. Okay, so I'm having the three fields over here, Matner, MTAT and MATKL. I'm preparing the field catalog for material now, MATNR first. Okay, so I want to put at the first position W underscore FC hyphen, and here you'll have to give the field name. First table name. So what's the table name over here we are having? GT underscore Mara. So you have to give, you have to tell that this is my table name. And this, make sure that it should be in capital, otherwise you will be in trouble. Okay. So it must be in capital. Now WA underscore FC. So generally this kind of like a small fresher, when we were fresher, I used to do a lot such kind of mistake. I used to put into the a small, and it were giving into dump, and not able to identify what is the actual issue, because it will not tell you when it will give the dump that you put in capital or small. So when my team lead used to review, or maybe I will be taking the help of from my senior, they used to tell, okay, you make it this, capital. So we have to make this one capital. Okay, and now control space, and here the important parameter, just we have to pass, and something, see here, so many things. Emphasize, if you want to make your data bold, then you can use emphasize equal to a 1. Hottest spot, if you want to get, right, different stuff you are having over here. What I am looking for, there is a description field, this one I'm looking for. Okay, cell text L, cell text M, cell text S. S stands for, this S stands for small, M stands for medium, and L stands for large. So this is what the description I want to put. Okay, so I'm just selecting the M, medium one, right? And in this I want to put the material description. Okay, for large you can give the different. For large you can write material description. All right, and for a small you can write simply mat. Okay, like that you can write it. It all depends on your choice how you want to give it. So for the first field I have done this. And field also you have to tell for which particular field we are doing all this stuff. So W underscore FC, and we'll be having the field name, this option. These are some mandatory option, you will have to pass it. So the field name is what? Matner is the field name, right? Now it looks good. So at least this is the mandatory information. This first two, these two, table name and field name. This is the mandatory information you have to pass. Other is optional. Okay. Copy this one, and similarly for material type also we have to do, because three field I'm passing, right? Matner, MTAT, and MATK. So for all these three we have to prepare. Correct. So 2 I'm just giving, and I'm telling for MTAT, please give the description as MTYPE, here for a small simply MT, and here material type. This is my log. So like that. Hope you are able to understand, right? It's a simple. ALV is simple. It's a simple concept, but need to understand. Right? If you know how to use this one, then it will be easy. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So MATKL, material group, and 3 GT underscore Mara, and here MATKL, right? MATKL. Selection test, material group, medium, mat group, and here material group, because this is the long. Let me make it medium, mat group, and here M group, because it's a small, right? So like that I have prepared the field catalog, and this field catalog you have to append into the final internal table, right? FC to IT underscore FC. Here I have created the internal table, right? So with the help of this work area, I'm putting the data into this internal table. That's it. And again, Control V, and again Control V. Before using, if you want to clear the field work area, that's a good practice. Let me clear. right? Just before using, I'm clearing this basic ABAP, right? And now IT underscore FC, you can pass it over here. And then in this case, a structure will not be required, right? So because I'm passing the field catalog, more powerful stuff than the structure, right? It will be more specific. And if you now press F8, you can see that the data is showing you over here, right? So see here, material type, material group, and material. If you just increase its length, you see material description is automatically coming. Why? Because the long text I have given as a material description. If you make it a small, a small text will come. Mat is coming, right? Mat is coming. For material type also, if you make it a small, it will come the MTYPE. The small one will come MTYPE automatically, right? So that's the benefit of giving the different text. Okay, because I have given different text. This is how it's working. So if you again small it will be material group, M group, right? If you make little bigger, it will take the medium text, material group. So like that, hope you understood this concept of field catalog. And if you want to mark any of the particular uh, column editable, let's suppose I want to mark this particular material group as editable. Here you have the option WA underscore FC hyphen edit. Edit. Just you have to put it X, I believe, ABAP underscore true, or simply pass X. So field catalog we are passing for this particular field, and let us see how it's going to show you now. And you can see that it's showing you in the editable format, right? Similarly, you can put the color and everything. That is also possible, okay, for coloring, right? And there is one more option of the layout. What the layout? Let's suppose complete stuff you want to mark it as a editable, complete all this data. So in layout you can pass. So this is your layout. So let's go and define the layout first. Search for the layout, and here / layout ALV. Copy this one and define one work area, data GS underscore layout type. Whenever you declaring the data object, if it is global, start with G, so that you will not get confused, and even the reviewer will not get confused. They will understand easily, okay, it's the global parameter, global data object, global variable, right? So GS underscore layout, and here complete all the complete things you want to make editable, right? So just edit, and then X, just you pass, or ABAP true, anything is fine. Either you pass ABAP true or capital X, both is same thing, right? And now you check the syntax, pass this GS underscore layout over here and uncomment this. Okay, now you will see that everything will be there in the editable mode. See, all the cells went into the editable mode. There are so many another use of this layout. Okay, so just to go and explore about the traditional way of doing the ALV programming, and from tomorrow I'm going to show you the object oriented way of doing the OOALV programming. Okay, here if you want to make this as an interactive, okay, that means if you run and if you double click over here, and if you after double clicking you want to see the detail of this particular material, or if you want to see in how many plants this material has been extended, so that also you can do over here. So for this you have a parameter called subroutine name. Just this one actually, not subroutine, this one. I call back user command. And here you have to pass the subroutine name. Okay, let me show you quickly. It's a simple, just come. So if you know the things, it will be simple. If you don't know, it will be tough. Okay, so because I know, so it's a simple. Here, just display plant, right? So I'm giving the subroutine name over here, and the subroutine you have to define. So the form display full stop and end form, right? So when you are going to double click, it's going to give this particular subroutine is going to get called and going to display the data. Okay, so it is having some parameter, right? If you double click, how it will get the parameter? It should have something to get the parameter. What will be the two parameter? There will be two parameter. Okay, one, what actually I'm trying to tell you, you know, check the syntax. There is no problem. Activate this one, and press F8. So when you double click over here, what we want actually, I want to see in how many plants this material has been extended, right? So when we double click, there should be some mechanism through which this particular value should be selected and passed to this subroutine, right? So actually that we can take it through the parameters. How we will come to know what is the parameter? I'm going to remove this edit mode, not required, right? Activate this, activate. So those parameters I don't remember basically. So what I will do, I'm simply going to double click. Okay, and it is going to dump, and from the dump I will get the parameter. This is the parameter. Okay, this, copy this one, just to go back, and I will use the parameter, or you can simply Google it out because it's not possible to remember everything. So you can simply Google it out, or you will get the dump. The best thing that from the dump you will find out this parameter as I have found. It will tell you the place from where it will give you the dump, and from that place, right? So how I did, go to ST22. Once again, I will show you how I identified the parameter. Start it, and here double click over here and see where the dump has come, right? So actually that dump comes due to lack of parameter, because I have not given the parameter. That's why that dump is coming. You have to go to the source code extract and see here this dump is coming, right? This dump is coming due to this. Okay, because the parameter we are not passing. R underscore ucom and ls underscore self field, right? So this using R underscore ucom and ls underscore self field, these two parameters we have to pass it. So just I pass this two parameters, R underscore ucom and ls underscore self field. Self field means which field you have selected, and this is like what command. I will show you in debugging what's the data is coming over here. Press F8, press F8. Now if you double click over here, you can see that debugger has hit. This time it has not went into dump. Let me close the extra session so that I can open the new debugger, and then you will be able to. So this is the old debugger, because the session was not available. It went into directly, you know. So go to the debugging over here and switch to the standard ABAP. Okay, so you have to just go to the debugging menu and go to the switch to the standard debugging. So new debugger will open. Okay, now you can see that IC1 means double click. IC1 means double click. And what's the field, on which field I have double clicked? It will tell you that that field name and the value, right? So this value we can use to and if you want to apply some criteria like on which field you have double clicked, so obviously on material, if you double click this in this particular field, this value will come, right? If you have clicked on the uh, material mtart, let's suppose, so here mtart will come, but I have double clicked on material, so gt underscore mara hyphen matter is coming. Okay, So if you double click over here or maybe here, material group, double click and you will see that in selection field that MATKL is coming because on material group I have clicked. So these are the two important point. Okay. So here the value. So double click, for double click you can write it over here like if r underscore u com, and that particular value you can copy and paste from the debugger. Okay, I see one something like that it was, right? Ampersand also it was, I don't remember exactly. I will copy from there and I will paste it. And if so, that means double click. So if double click is there and where the data is coming, and I will check if I need to have the I need to select the material if you want to extend it, if you want to see the plant information, right? So if ls underscore cell field hyphen cell field cell field cell field hyphen control space copy this, paste it, control space, not coming. So we have to actually, system is not able to identify what is the type. Okay, type is not able to identify what will be the type. So what I have to do, once again I will go into the uh, debugger mode and I will find it from there and I will put it. So just I want to see in how many plants this material has been extended, right? So cell field and cell tab field, copy this, put into a notepad, and field name is also there, right? So either I can use that one or this one, anything is fine for me. And one more, I require value, right? So value, so this is fine. And what was another user command, right? So r underscore ucom, IC1, I think that is fine. Okay, press F8, go back and write it now the code quickly, because now we are having control V, this is fine. If selection field value, simply we can give, because you can see that in value also your data is coming, right? So the uh, field name. So if the field name equals to Matner, then what you have to do, you have to select from Marcy, right? Select Matner walks from Marcy into table @ data gt underscore Marcy for all entries in for all entries is not required over here. Where just simply write the where condition Matner equals to which Matner, the ls field hyphen a value, right? Because in this value your material information is coming. So this is how you'll have to do. And again, you can copy this and you can paste it over here, and you have to do what? gt underscore Marcy, you have to pass it. And for gt underscore Marcy, again, you'll have to prepare the field catalog, right? You have to prepare this field catalog, how I'm doing over here for material information. Here we were passing the plant information, right? So for that you have to prepare the field catalog, and again, again you have to push it over here, pass it over here, and then that will be fine. This is not, now it is not required over here, because but again, like if you double click on the plant and if you want to go to the next level, this again you have to require. Again, you can define another subroutine, and you can do this. So here, instead of getting this 2, I want to, let's suppose I want to get the complete row. So it will be easy for me. Just I can use the reference of the structure, and I will show you quickly over here. Marcy, and this field catalog is now not required. Layout also not, callback program is fine, and this is fine. Okay. Check the syntax, and some error is there. It's telling ls field name does not have a structure, and therefore does not have a component called field name. Okay, so what's the problem? I understood the problem. If we have to we have to, at design time itself, we have to tell about the structure type. So type slice cell slice underscore cell or something like that. It is so cell type field, I think this one. This is the structure. So you don't worry, like suppose if I don't remember, what I will do that, what I will use the technique, I will come over here, go to the ST22. Let's go to ST22, the dump, the place where dump has come, and go here, and go to the source code extract, and this perform is there, right? Click over here and double click over here, you will get the type. SciUcom is the type, right? And then the another what you have, ls cell field. Double click over here, and this is the, so I got the type like this way, because at design time itself we have to give it, then only the system will allow us to write like this. Otherwise, how the system will know what is happening, right? And this is the user command. So SciUcom you can give like this. Check the syntax, and slice cell fill, what it's to when escaped, yeah, that's fine. At the rate we can use. Check now, and now it's okay. Activate this one, press F8, and now if you double click, it will hit that, and you will be able to get now GT underscore Mars. You can see one plant for that particular material, one plant is there, right? See how I have done. Field name, the maintainer is coming, and when the condition is satisfying, it's coming over here, GT underscore Marcy, and this data I'm going to display. See, so the GT underscore Marcy data you are getting. So when you are double clicking on the material, it's displaying the second level report. Again, if you want to double click again inside the subroutine, you have to do. Okay, so double click over here and press F8. For that material, this is the plant. Okay, so for M20 material, if you want to see the plant, there is no plant for M20 material. For this material, if you want to see one plant, DZ01. So like that, you can do the interactive reporting also. So these are the stuff which is very frequently used basically. And some more stuff which are there, which is very frequently used. I would request you to go through some internet stuff. You have one website called SAP Nuts. Okay. So you do one thing, go to the sapnuts.com, and here you search for ALV, sapnuts.com ALV. So this one, okay. And in this ALV report, ALV, you can see that SAP ALV report, start learning ALV report with field catalog. Go through, these are the important stuff, all the basic important stuff they have mentioned. So if you already know, there is no problem. If you don't know, you just have a look over here, because why I'm referring this, because nicely they have documented over here. See, very simple example they have given, and just go step by step. LV report with field catalog, LV report with layout, LV with totals and subtotals, right? Events in LV report using top of page and end of page in LV report, dynamic. You will get one fair idea about this. So after learning from here, you just to go. So you understood, right? How interactive report we are doing it over here. Here also, again, if you want to do, you can create one another subroutine and you can define in the same way if you want to explore further the plant. With this, I'm done for the today's session. If you have any query or question, please let me know. Tomorrow we are going to deep dive into OOPS ALV. From basic we'll start. So going to unmute you and you can ask the question if you have. Welcome, Sandeep. Anyone is having any question? You can just ask. I have unmuted you. Yeah, Ejidin, do you have any question?
No, I'm just saying thank you. It was very good. I have seen things that I never saw before myself, which is really very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I believe now it's fine for everyone. Thank you so much for attending the session and let's meet tomorrow. This is going to be our last week, so make sure to attend all the sessions. ALV is very important concept and we are going to learn in detail. And on the last day on Friday, we are going to have the quiz. Whatever the learning till now we are having, I'm going to ask to you guys and you have to give the answer. So keep on revising the stuff because you have to give the answer in the last session on Friday. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.